kind of my introduction to my story, which was born in corruption but leading towards something. I was raised in Cleveland City, but my daddy wasn't with me. He chose to split. He chose to quit. He chose to just up and forget me. And that's when this world, it came and hit me with everything it could give me. All the cars, the clothes, the cash, and the women looking so tempting. And so I chased it with a passion. 10 years of living so fast, and all the cash that I could ever imagine I had in my hands. But every day, my soul was slipping away. And I felt that decay as I became the man that I had portrayed, so they'd be afraid. Every day we write a page. Every year we write a chapter. The things we say and the choices we make will be the story that is captured. And one day my best friend called me with a story I found appalling about some girl for whom he'd fallen, who broken his love still dawning. And he said he was going to die at the hands of his suicide. But I couldn't see the pain he was feeling past all of my pride. See, by that point, I became so hard, I didn't even know where to start. And so I blew him off and went to my business, the love of my heart. But that night with a guilty mind, I went out there to help him unwind. But I was not prepared for pain of that kind from what I would find. You see, that night my best friend died 2 minutes before I arrived. And as I watched those people carry his body, I stood and just cried. Here I was as the superstar who was rich by the worldly bar. But what I lacked inside my heart left me poorer than all by far. All my life they told me things could fulfill me. They never did drill me on the fact that the pursuit of those things slowly would kill me. A monster had grown inside. Part of me on that day had died. And not knowing where to go from that point to heaven, I cried. I said, Father, I don't even know if you're there. But it seems at this point it's clear that your glare might be the only thing to repair this despair. And I live in a nightmare, and I yearn to be where we can share a love that no tear can impair. And so today I am here in the hopes that you would bear my life into your hands through this prayer. And right from that very minute, my whole world had started spinning. And before I even knew what had happened, I landed in prison. And it was there that I found a cure for all the pain that I had endured. An answer that was not of this world, perfect and pure. Every day we write a page. Every year we write a chapter. The times when we fall and those days when we rise, we'll write the story that is captured. And then one morning in your glory, you wrote yourself into my story. With the love that you were pouring, even when I was coldly ignoring. May all these eyes that sit before me explore me, finding you there, so that they know that this is truth that I bear, and you that they hear. Father, liquefy my heart that I might pour it on life's page. Each step I take is for your sake, and wherever I stand is your stage. Pierce through the lies, deceiving us, leaving us under the gun, and lead us to believing and receiving that hope in your Son. Because a criminal mind for criminal times has left these everyday kids in school blind. Buying into subliminal lies and the enemy's little disguise leaves us pitiful. Look in our eyes, Lord, and help us to see through yours, to see the things that you adore, to see past the cash that doesn't last on our path toward the narrow door. I'm so thankful that you've redeemed me, a miracle that you've seen me. Beneath all that muck and mire, you freed me, leaving me beaming with a passion like no statue can capture, completely enraptured by your spirit. And now sent to go answer the call so that they can hear it. Because every day they'll write a page, and every year they'll write a chapter. But all of the things that this world can offer them cannot compare to your happily ever after. Like Jeff said, I pastor a church in the city. When God came into my life and radically transformed my heart, it was a shocker to me when he sent me back into that same community where I spent my whole life dealing drugs, to reach people on a street level, and just cast a different vision, cast the vision of a street-level Savior. Youth for Christ gives me the opportunity to meet kids right where they're at. Kids spend half of their life in school. That's where they're at. It's just part of their life. And we cannot meet them in that place. how can we truly meet them where they're at? Youth for Christ gets me into classrooms where I can build relationships that transfer automatically into the church, not only there, but out to the street level, where they are the ones serving the community with me, and they're seeing Jesus lived out and not just spoken. So I'm very thankful for Youth for Christ and everything that they've, all the doors that they've opened for me to be able to operate on the street level with these kids. God bless you.